Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Adham Barbour is coming to you with another video review. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the new Netflix Transformers War for Cybertron Deluxe class SCRAPFACE, which is a character that we have no idea about him. We know he's a Decepticon. He looks like Reflector or Refractor, whatever you want to call him. But for the packaging, you can see that you got that nice Transformers text with the Generation logo. Of course, as I mentioned, he is a part of the new Netflix original series. Got that open window that fully showcases him. Come around to the side. You can see an up-close image of him, and then you can see other ones there in the background that make me wonder if we're going to be getting other color versions of them, because when you look closely, you can totally see those extra parts that came with that exclusive 3-pack set that we got for Reflector that allowed you to make them more accurately look like a camera. So that's interesting. Come on to the other side, you got that nice reused Siege background where you got the arc taken off from Cybertron. It's all done in a white, red, black, gray kind of color, which is very muted. Looks really cool. Come around to the back of the package, and you can see you got an image of him in his robot as well as his whatever mode. Obviously, since this shares the same mold as Refractor or Reflector, whatever you want to call him, you should be able to still make him come together as a camera. Unfortunately, though, I only have one of these guys, so I'm not going to be able to show that off. But for the packaging on him, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have SCRAPFACE opened up and out of its packaging, and I think in the beginning part of the video I said SCRAPFACE, but that's wrong. It's Scrap. He's a scrapper. So we're going to set him off to the side. Obviously, you get this background thing with his face. Nobody cares about that. We're worried about this. This is very boring. So going through here, we're basically just making the floor for him, it seems. So we got that. And then none of this wants to hold in together very well. Okay, wait. So yeah, this just kind of looks like it's the floor. I mean, I guess it could be like the bottom under section of, I'm not doing a very good job here, but son of a monkey on something. Get in there. There we go. Here. There we go. Come on, slide right in there. Get in there, little guy. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Nope. All right. Maybe. Oh, you suck. So it's gonna be like this. I guess that could kind of be like a bottom section. I guess. I mean, that's. I mean, if you have it there, I mean, I guess that could kind of look like a bottom floor piece. But honestly, I feel like this is gonna be something more. But then that feels like that's too big for it. So I don't know, but that's what we're looking at. That's all of them. The first wave of the deluxe figures from the Netflix series. And, you know, I'm okay with it. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm kind of collecting these just to get that background. But here is SCRAPFACE. Again, basically, he's this weird shuttle jet thing. Paint job is fantastic on him though. You got a very nice metallic blue throughout the entire thing that kind of fades to a more grayish metallic bit. Got a really nice white bit trimmed around the red windows, which looks really cool. The side here, you can see a nice splash of red. Everything on here does look really very, very nice in terms of the overall paint detail. I feel like this is a completely stupid mode, to be totally honest, but if you don't want to have them as a camera, I guess you don't really have to. If you just want to have them as an individual bot, you could kind of do that. But I do really love the way that the paint detail came out. Both sides have that nice just strip of red right on there. You can see some extra red bits on what's going to become his forearms. I kind of wish there was a little bit better of a blending of the paint right here They've done that with a lot of the other figures. As you can see, you got that kind of palish blue, but then it just stops and then it goes to this gray. Some of the other figures had a nice blend going in there. I wish they kind of did that as well. Here, you look at the I don't even know what you would call it, but a nice bluish metallic paint on there as well. Overall, I mean, it is what it is. You know what you're getting with this guy. It's not anything different. This is the third version of this figure that we've gotten. The first one being the regular retail release of him. The second being that individual pack that had all, well, I shouldn't say individual pack, the 3-pack that had all 3 of them, which for me is probably my favorite. I mean, I have both of them because, and I've talked about this, that one of my prized possessions in my collection, I bought it when my aunt passed away. She left all of us nieces and nephews a little bit of money, and I wanted something that I'd be able to remember her. And back then, one of the holy grails was a G1 reflector, and I did that wrong. So I bought a G1 reflector. The G1 reflector paint scheme was not the same as the cartoon. So that's why I like having 2 versions of reflector in my display, because one represents that G1 toy, one represents that cartoon. And then you're going to take this and you can put that there if you really want to. It's personal preference. I guess I will put it there. But here he is. Again, gorgeous looking figure. I don't know. I'm zooming in there. I don't know ultimately where I'm going to put him in my collection, to be totally honest, just because he does have a very unique look to him. The color does look fantastic. I love the red in here. That really does look nice. And then you got those red highlights throughout him. Like right here, you got a little bit of the red down there. Like I said, you got the red around his forearms. I like that they actually painted the hands, or well, molded the hands in that color. Or is that paint? That might be paint. I don't know. But they did it in that blue that the rest of the figure is in. So because this is the third one, let's do a comparison here. Here is the first release, which again, this was what I was talking about. This is the cartoon look form, which I think does a really good job. And then the G1 toy one, all of them had different colors. So you had a blue one, you had a red one, all that kind of stuff. So I just grabbed the one that is kind of the same, similar-ish color here. So there's that. You can see that the weapons are different colors. This was now a more dark gray. That's a very light gray. That was black. Obviously, gray for the camera lens accessory. You have the black for the G1. And then obviously, you have this. One thing I do like is it's a smoky, translucent color for the lens on the inside, whereas the other ones were both clear. I do like that they went with a darker color on that. That looks nice. Overall, I mean, it's a great mold. It really is. I think that people are going to have a lot of fun with this. I mean, we don't know the extent of this character, so the character could be the coolest character in the whole world. Who knows? It does have the different hole sections or the little post section, so you can put the little blast effects on him if you want to have him shooting out of his leg. Why would you do that? This looks a little bit better. Do that. That works. But a solid figure. A lot of these, though, it's one of those, like I said, we don't really know much about them to know much about them, I guess. So you're kind of, or me as a reviewer, I'm just kind of looking at them on the basis of the toy. And the toy is great. The mold is fantastic. The paint job looks great. However, I don't have any kind of real attachment to him looking like this, like I do these two. So it's iffy on how to recommend them. I mean, a lot of the other Siege figures, the paint jobs are nice, but they're not nice enough for me to replace that original Siege figure. The only one really in this first deluxe wave that has stood out for me would probably be Mirage, just because that's a pretty different take on a character that we pretty much already know. So he's a good figure. If you like reflector and you want to get all the different variants of him, that is a good way to kind of go with him. He seems to be the harder one in the wave to find. I don't know, maybe because people want to get 3 of them like that previous reflector figure to kind of create that camera. If this is the first time that I've seen him in stores in a while. So if you do see him, I would grab him. I wouldn't waste any time. But just know that he may not really be that prevalent in the series. He could be. Who knows? I don't know much. It's still a good toy. The paint job still looks great. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Here's your look at him, and hopefully it helps in some way, shape, or form. So all that being said, if SCRAPFACE here is a figure that you would like to add to your collection, the new Netflix series figures are exclusively available here in North America at Walmart. And he is there right now. So if you're looking for him, good luck and happy hunting. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you would do one very small thing for me. And that's simply just to hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. Also want to send a huge shout out to all of my patrons, who through their continued support, now more than ever, help to make reviews like this possible. And if you'd like information on how you can help support my channel by becoming a patron, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/optibotimus. And as always, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.